The newest game revealed by Bungie, Marathon, is possibly the next Concord. This looks bad. Bungie just dropped gameplay for Marathon, which is going to be their upcoming sci-fi extraction shooter. Like, we haven't seen a gajillion of those in recent years, and fans are already roasting and toasting and burning this game to a crisp. I saw Smash JT make a video about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give my thoughts, because this looks bad. This is like Concord 2.0. If any other development studio could learn any kind of lesson when it comes to what not to do in the gaming industry, is to look at what Firewalk Studios did with Concord, which is probably the most colossal failure of all time in gaming history. And this is just like another repeat of it. Here's the main question. Is this free to play? Is Marathon going to be free to play? Well, no. The answer is not even close. Marathon is going to cost you some Benjamins, ladies and gentlemen. The kicker is also that it's multiplayer only. Yeah, there's no campaign, no single player. It's multiplayer only. So you're going to pay for a multiplayer only game when it should be free. It's straight up multiplayer. Why are development studios still insistent on doing this crap after the Concord nonsense? Who needs a campaign when you're paying full price for a video game, right? Who needs extra modes and extra little things to actually make the game feel like, dare I say, a game? Bungie did go on record to say that this isn't going to be a full $70 price game. Thank God. It's going to be around 30 or 40 bucks, which is similar to what Concord's price point had, and that had all the market in the world. They had a freaking PlayStation 5 controller marketed as a Concord controller, and they couldn't even get a player base. Nobody came out to support Concord at all. It was literally a live service hero shooter that was a wreck from day one. A colossal failure. So how come Bungie is wanting us to trust them to pull off a miracle with this game when Concord absolutely crashed and burned just not even a year ago, guys? Just a few short handful of months ago. At this point, this sealed copy that I have right here is just a paperweight that I'm hoping I could buy a car from if it goes up in value. Here's the thing, multiplayer only titles are really tough to sell these days, especially without a solid campaign, and especially if they're online only. This day and age when we're seeing studios like Ubisoft get games like The Crew and shut them down completely. I mean, they have a whole lawsuit going on because of that. Let's face it, even though Marathon might be fun, okay, let's just give it a benefit of the doubt. It might be fun. It might have an art style that's unique. I'm not a big fan of it. And, you know, you have all these cinematic shots and everything just showing off all fancy, and there's lore and all this stuff developed behind it. The whole experience feels like it's missing something. And guess what that is? Personality, substance, stuff to sink your teeth into. A game, an actual game to freaking play, a story to observe and learn from. It's almost like Bungie just decided to go all in on the visuals and all the other cosmetics, just like Concord and Firewalk Studios, and skipped on gameplay that actually makes people stick around. If you have a live service game, you have to have stuff that makes people stick around. Concord did the exact same thing. Again, the comparisons are here, and it flopped. Millions of dollars down the hole for Concord and Firewalk Studios. Now, I'm not saying that Marathon will totally flop like Concord. I really hope they don't. I don't think the gaming industry could withstand another failure. But stranger things have actually happened, and Bungie does have more goodwill than Firewalk Studios does with players. I mean, they're Bungie still, right? At the end of the day. It doesn't mean they're immune from making the same mistakes. I swear, I feel like people that work at studios that fail are losing their jobs and getting hired at other studios, and it's literally like a virus going from studio to studio. And not just in gaming, also in movies and TV. The gaming world is crowded with these types of shooters, and better ones, more polished ones, free-to-play ones, like Apex Legends, like Warzone, like Fortnite. Much better, bigger, community-based hero shooters with cosmetics, battle passes, name it, years ahead of them. And they're free to play. Why should we go out and pay for Concord? Why should we go out and pay for Marathon? You literally could just hop into one of those games for free, and to go and expect people to pay $30 to $40 for Marathon, that's a huge gamble on Bungie's behalf. And yeah, they're going a seasonal battle pass route, just like Destiny 2, which players are already getting tired of that. I find myself making it a slog to get through all my Call of Duty battle passes, my Fortnite battle passes. Like, everything has a battle pass now. Will this work for Marathon? No. Why should it work for Marathon? Tell me why. And will people even drop the $30 to $40 on a multiplayer only video game in an overcrowded market? That remains to be seen, but I think signs point to no. And again, like I said, this whole situation reeks of Concord vibes. Concord launched in like late 2024, and it was full of wokeness, full of DEI, uninspired gameplay, and characters that look straight out of like a budget cosplay contest. Like, these characters looked like, I don't know. Avowed was a close second to worst character design. So is Veilguard. But surprise, surprise, after all that, Concord was met with harsh criticism, and it failed to captivate players. It failed to keep them around. They didn't even show up launch of Concord, and it was shut down just a couple weeks after. And its history, it's a footnote. That's the sort of pressure that Bungie is facing right now. And sure, they got a better track record than Firewalk Studios, but that doesn't automatically guarantee their success. Ultimately, this is a massive risk. And if Bungie doesn't nail it, if they don't nail the pricing, if they don't nail the gameplay right out of the gate, I think Marathon could be headed for the same fate as Concord, which is being shut down. Or even Anthem. Let's go back to that. I'm just saying, we've seen this again and again and again. And now Bungie, they're planning to drop more details about this game. Maybe they'll make some changes. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see if they could dodge this bullet, this Concord bullet that has wrecked so many other live service games before them. And then we don't even know if it's going to be DEI infected or not at this point, right? Here's my prediction. This is going to go south in less than a year. I'd give this game maybe 6 months tops. Look at X-Defiant, how much that flopped for Ubisoft. Again, look at Concord, how much that flopped for Firewalk. I mean, let's even go outside the box. Suicide Squad, crashed and burned. Multiverses, crashed and burned. And WB Games tried their hardest to keep that game afloat. I don't think Bungie knows exactly what they're getting into if they think that there's some kind of great idea of releasing a shooter and charging people a premium for it. What kind of content are you going to offer? It's just a single player game. Where's the content at? You don't have any value for people's money here. This is literally coming across as a very naive cash grab, and it's not a good idea on their behalf. I think this is going to backfire immensely. And again, like I said, we haven't even covered any kind of concerns. Who knows if there's going to be any kind of DEI in this game or anything of that nature. That's all that aside. This is just a bad idea all around. Period. Point blank, period. So, this could get ugly. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that subscription button.